Hello everybody, Iain Robson here, and welcome to the very last episode of Agrofrost. Alright, so as I mentioned, this is going to be the very last episode on Agrofrost. We're going to switch maps after this one, and this will be episode number 20, I believe, yeah. Yeah, crazy, it's been 20 episodes already. Wow, really? Holy smokes. I just realized, I was like, wow, it's been 20 episodes on this map already. It doesn't feel like 20 at all. Anyways, so what we're going to do is we're going to finish up some of the little things that we have laying around on here. Apparently biogas is flashing for some reason, probably because silage. That's my guess. Let's see what it is. Silage? Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's silage. I don't think we even have any silage. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and see if we can't get our sheep a little bit of grass. We don't have any money, so we can't do anything, I realize now, after we bought that new tractor. So I think what we'll do is we'll take some of the stuff with us to the new map. I think we'll take the Dutes with us, and maybe some of the other stuff, but we won't take the Ursus. I don't know why, but people really didn't like, really don't like the Ursus, which is fine. Oh, this guy's working on this one. Oh, I just totally didn't realize that. Nearest waypoint, yes please. Totally forgot he was working on that. And you, sir, are not doing what I asked you to do. So what we'll do is we will finish up, like I said, finish up some things on this map, and then we'll go from there. And I think what we'll do is we'll go to a different map, like I said. And let me know, would you guys like to see like a British map? I don't think I've played on a British map for. Oh wow, it's not been since. I guess it's Spring Hill Farm. Spring Hill Valley. Yeah, wow. I guess it really has been that long. Holy smokes. Let's just do this. Let's get into the Dutes here. Let's lower that down. There we go. Yeah, I guess it hasn't been since not since Spring Hill. Wow, that's a long time. I did not realize that at all. I realize it's not realistic, but it's just a bit quicker than me lining up. Yeah, that's crazy. That's been quite a long time. So maybe what I'll have to do is I'll have to find a nice British map to go to. So if you would like, let me know some suggestions in the comments. I know there's Nunston Farm, which is a really nice map. I really like that map, but it's a little bit big, and I don't want to play on that quite a big map. I know MDH Gaming's, I think he's not quite done his map yet, if memory serves. I think he's still working on it. So perhaps I will see what's up with his. I know Chris7710, his map is, he's done his map, Manor Farm. I know a couple people wanted me to play on that map. They were like, dude, check out Manor Farm. I actually have Manor Farm, I just have not played on it much. It looked alright, it looked like a smaller British map. Really? Come on. I thought that would get it. Oh well. I'll get them in a second. Yeah, so I know there's that map I could check out as well. That looks pretty darn good. So we'll have to see. What's what at the end of this series. Well, I'll have to go take a look around because I haven't actually looked at too many British maps. A lot of British maps don't really appeal to me. That's the reason why I don't play on many of them. I'm not gonna lie to you. And it's primarily just because it's just very narrow and it's not my playing style. But maybe with the steering wheel now it'll be fine. I don't know. I don't know for sure, so I'll have to take that into consideration. So maybe I'll just maybe I'll enjoy it. Who knows? But I remember when I played on. Let's go into a different view and zoom out a little bit so I don't stay in cab all the time. I know a lot of people wanted me to play on Spring Hill Valley when that came out, and it was not my cup of tea. I tried it out though, just to see if I would like it or not, and it wasn't a bad map. Like I liked it. It was well designed. It just wasn't for me. Whoops, not for me and my playing style, I guess. Yes, Ursus, I know you're done. You don't need to flash at me. Jeez. Let's move this guy out of the way. So, I know there's Manor Farm out there, Nunston Farm. Is there any other ones? Old Ridge is actually coming out from OEB Modding. They're doing final testing on that, actually, now that I think about it. And from what I see, they're the only ones. That actually maps looks like it's going to be pretty decent. It's got, what does it have on it? Sheep that they actually adjusted the sheep scripts, or they made it into like a sheep fattening mod, essentially. So you have like the cow fattening mod, where you, let's do this right here. That's a good spot for it. Yoink. So how they have the sheep fattening, not the sheep, the pig fattening mod, basically where you can you raise sheep. They've actually done the same thing except with sheep now, which is pretty cool. At least I think it is. There we go. Perfect. Let's just back this guy in here for the time being. So it will be pretty interesting. Maybe I'll have to check that out. I don't think it's out yet, but it's pretty. I think it's pretty soon. It's not too far from being done. I suspect within the next little while, actually. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, because if that is indeed going to be done in the next little while, I'll have to take a good look at that map, because that is going to be a pretty solid map. But until then, I'll take a look at some other ones. Like I said, if you have some suggestions, let me know in the comments, and we will check them out. Or I will check them out, I should say. And I'll go from there. I'm trying to go for like a smaller map. Like something like this size is good, like where the field sizes aren't huge. But it's got a good variation. I know Banticow actually just came out as well. It just came out not the other day, I think, actually. I saw Killer Croc, the guy. I believe he is Portuguese. I want to say, or Spanish. I can never remember. And he did a little video on it not too long ago, and I checked it out on his channel. Pretty good. I couldn't understand a word of it, but it's cool to see a view of it. Actually, Farmer Beavis, he showed me a video on the guys, not Killer Rock's website, but on whoever makes Banticows, whoever makes the map. He showed me a video on their Facebook, and it looks really good. It looks like they've done a really good job with it, so it's definitely a map I could check out. That's Eastern European, mind you, not really British. So let me know anyways. If there are maps you'd like me to check out, leave a comment below, and I'll see what I can do. If a particular map really jumps out at me, I may play on it. There's a lot more maps coming out these days than there ever have been since this started. This is probably now there's tons and tons of maps out there. Whereas when I was looking before, there didn't seem to be that many. But I do have quite a few, actually. I have one of the ones I play on. I checked out was called Silent Valley. That was a nice map as well. Una District, I checked that one out as well. That was a nice one. So Banticow. What's the other one? Balakino, I think the other one's called. I've checked that one out. It didn't look very nice on my old computer, but it might look really nice on this computer. So I'll have to check that one out again. And yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool, actually. Sweet. I forgot how few bales this thing carries. Like, this thing only carries 8 bales, and they're exactly the same size as the other bales. You would think that you'd be able to actually. Why do they have that? You'd be able to carry more, but alas, 'twas not in the cards. Why did I come this way? Let's see if we can't turn around here. Let's go into Incav here for a second. It's easier to maneuver, especially when you're going around a building. Alright, let's get around here. Perfect. Nice. Alright, so yeah, let me know what you guys think. If there are maps out there, I'm curious. What maps are you... Actually, yeah, what maps are you guys playing on? I'd be curious to know that as well. Probably... Some people may be playing on just the Westbridge Hills or Bjornholm. Both good maps. I didn't play much in Bjornholm just because it was mainly a forestry map. But I still like Westbridge Hills. Whenever I compare Westbridge Hills to other maps, people are like, ugh, you actually like Westbridge Hills? I'm like, yeah, I don't know why. I like it. So, go figure. I don't know, it's one of those maps where I wasn't sure whether I was going to like it or not, and then I actually started playing on it. I'm like, it's not too bad. It's got some hills, it's Americano-ish, I guess. I wouldn't call it American 100% because it definitely has a European vibe to it, and that's the same for the Smoky Mountains map as well. I am going to try and keep it a non-American map because there are people who, well, we're going to have, after Nebraska, whenever that ends, we'll do another American map, but we're going to try and keep, one American map and one other. So maybe a British map, depending if there are some good maps out there. So, it's funny, I realized that I'm a pretty, I don't know what you can call it. If you've ever taken driver's ed, one of the things they say in driver's ed, which is driver's education, is they always say, don't let go of the wheel. So I find myself holding onto the wheel and making turns. So if you ever hear this sound, that's me dragging my hands across the wheel so I don't let go of it. I realized that a while back. I'm like, do I actually do that? And I was like, wow, I really do. It made me laugh quite a bit, actually. I was kind of like, okay, I guess I'm being safe while driving. That's good, I guess. In the context, it doesn't really make a difference because you can run into a whole bunch of stuff in this game, and it doesn't make doesn't make any difference at all in this game, which is kind of funny when you think about it. So, if you run into a bale in real life, well, it kind of makes a bit more of a difference than it does here. So, oh well. Now you can actually do this with course play as well with a round baler. It's not difficult to set up, and you can even set it up so it automatically sells the bales as well. That's not difficult either. Let's go around. The difficult part would be for this one. Actually, no, you could do it with. Yeah, actually, it wouldn't be too bad now that I think about it. Yeah, actually, wouldn't be. Let's see if I can get that set up. That'd be kind of interesting to see if I can get it to work. Let's see here. So if I straighten her out here, and there we go. Let's see if I can't do this. Because the hard part is getting the trigger right. Like in this scenario, it's a fairly big trigger, so it's not too bad. Actually, it is quite big. I could probably go back even further than that. Oh no, that's Well, I thought I was in the trigger there. Oh, it's not that. What is that then? Why is that? No, that's actually not that big then. Because the trigger is actually right here, if you look carefully. Then what the heck is that other one right there? That's weird. Maybe it's you know what it must be? It must be you can probably sell your hay and your straw here, and that one right here is like the straw one, and the other one's probably the hay one. That'd be my guess. That's weird though. Why do they do it like that? But it wouldn't be terribly difficult to set up. I don't plan on doing a lot of baling on that field anyways, so I think I'll forego it. I'll do it myself. But yeah, I am kind of curious. What's out there these days. Actually, one of the mods I really wanted to try out on Nebraska, but I can't because it doesn't like placeables, was the biodiesel plant. I know Farmer Beavis is using that, and he said it's pretty darn cool, so I really wanted to check that out on Nebraska because apparently Nebraska is the corn... I always call it a province. The corn state. So it would have made a lot of sense to make your own fuel in Nebraska with corn, but alas, not happening anymore because I can't really. I tried to place down like a building for my bales, and it didn't happen because it crashed multiple times. I tested it out a couple of times off camera to see whether it was actually the case or not. I'm like, okay, so let's do nothing else in the game. I didn't have the bale extension installed. I didn't have, yeah, I guess the BGA extension. Sorry, I didn't have that installed, and nothing else. Well, no, actually, I had the map itself, and lots of other mods actually. Now that I think about it, but that's the only thing I did was went to the placeable selection menu. I didn't even place the the actual building itself down, and it crashed. So I was like, okay, well, that's not happening apparently, which is unfortunate because it would have been really nifty to do that. So maybe we'll have to I'll have to take a look at another map and see if I can't try that one out. Maybe I'll try it out on the next map after this one, actually. That's entirely possible. So why do I keep doing this way? Oh, we gotta be able to make it through there. Just, I think. We actually might be able to do it like this. Let's see. Oops, that's the wrong way. See, the problem is, it would be nice to be able to... Oh, we got it, we got it. It would be nice to be able to look around a bit easier, but I find it's just not as natural, I guess. Nope. Sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. Here we go. This time. It's funny, if you remember from 2013, it was the ESL limiter mod, and what it would do is you could set your speed going forward, and you can set your speed going backwards. And if you wanted to set your speed going backwards really, really, really low, you could. But this one, I don't think. If I were to set it to reverse slowly backwards, it would probably also go forward slowly as well, which isn't very helpful at all. There we go. Get the last little ones there. And I should probably pay attention to where I'm going. Oof. Like I said. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. That's why it wasn't tipping down. But yeah, I think one of them. I think I want to try to keep it a British map, but if it's a European map too, I'm good with that too. Just whatever map. Just let me know. I'm good either way. I don't have any particular preference, so. Alright, what do we got here? This is a couple of the comments from the previous episode. Is that down? No, it's not, of course not. I think this is the last build anyways, to be honest with you. Whew. Nice. You'd never be able to do that in real life. That'd be just a recipe for disaster. What do we got here? Got some people asking about stuff for courseplay related stuff. Nick asks, what about if you run the slurry courseplay route from the biogas instead of the field edge container? You can do that. I think I showed that in the video, in a different video. I love GTA. Add me on Xbox. He asks, or she asks. I don't know. They ask about whether or not or what the reason why I made so many courseplay tutorial videos, and of course the reason is people asked for them. So I decided to make some videos in regards to that because I just I like to help people as best as I can when I can. So, and that was one of the ways that I was able to help people, so I'm happy that it worked out. I know there's actually a lot of other people who made courseplay tutorials as well. I know Caravera made a few. I know Bipolar Prophet actually made a few as well. But people asked me, so I was like, sure, why not? They aren't especially different from the 2013 ones. I think the only one that's really, really different is the grain transport one now. Only because you have to choose what grain you're gonna actually use. Otherwise, I think it's exactly the same. And is there anything else that's different? Whoops, that's my phone. Sorry. The only thing that's different is nothing. I think in the standard one, I think the only thing that's really different now that I think about it is the. Let's just put that down. Don't know why I thought of that right there. I was channeling my inner Scottish gaming guys, because there was a time when he would do stuff like that. He would jump out of the tractor and like unwind that and then go back into the tractor. Same thing with silage bales. He would go out and like pretend to cut the bale. Yeah, it's cool, man. It's true. That's what you do in real life. So can't knock it. Can't knock him for that. Do we actually need to fertilize? I don't even know what we have to do right now. I have to check actually. Let's just go to the field overview. Looks like, oh, we need to unload that guy. He's probably just sitting there doing nothing. Yep, that's definitely what he's doing. Okay. Let's leave it at that, and let's unload this guy here. So let's go ahead and drive away And I don't realize how bad I am at actually driving, like having the pipe go over the trailer. I'm actually pretty bad at it. I've tried so many times to do it right. I'm like, no, this is terrible. Like you have to be the worst person ever. That's what goes through my mind. I'm like, how hard is it to like line it up? But every single time I've tried, like, it's been terrible. It's been like pretty darn bad. So I will have to work on that, I think. And so I think it's just because of the steering wheel. I think that's part of my excuse, at least, but really shouldn't be. But I guess it's just hard to gauge. So what I should do is I should drive the combine and have Courseplay unload, because that seems to work a lot better for me than the other way around. So, all right, let's get this guy unloaded right over here. And a couple people ask about. Whoops. A couple people have asked. Well, I know it's. I'm too close now, I bet. Yeah. A couple people asked about. So there's a mode where you can have the combine go to the trailer and unload, and I haven't actually used that one much, only because it doesn't make sense to me. But some people left comments the other day saying, you know, that's actually what would happen in some of the smaller fields, which makes perfect sense. Oh, that's full. Come on, what are you stuck on? So you've been sitting here the whole time, 20 minutes worth of time, just chilling out, being like, yep. That's the wrong way, Ian. Oh gosh, don't make it worse. There we go. Jeez. There we go, that's better. Holy cow. Let's go grab this guy, and we want to head that way. There we go. Yeah, some people were saying on some of the smaller fields in Ireland and Scotland and whatnot in England, that's something that you would actually do. It makes more sense to do that than to drive the grain cart out to the combine. And that makes a lot of sense in those scenarios, for sure. And a lot of other scenarios, it doesn't make a lot of sense. To me, let's say that. I guess I hit F5. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not, but when you hit when you have console commands enabled, which I should make a video about today, now that I think about that. Note to self, make a console command. Leave a comment, if I don't make the video by then, leave a comment saying, make a video as to how to enable console commands. Because more than one person has asked me about that. A lot more than people they're like, Ian, how do you do that? Essentially. And they're like, well, I have to try to explain what exactly. It's not actually hard to do at all. It's just setting it up properly. There we go. Look it up first. Perfect. Now the question is, which way does this go? Do I actually come around here? Which way is that going? Set it to this. Set it to wheat. For some reason I have a compulsive urge to save the game right now. Oh god, it's terrible. I'm like, whoa, I should probably save the game, like, just in case anything happens. And someone also asked about the cover itself in one of the tutorials, and whether or not that automatically happens. As you can see, it automatically happens when it is full, like so. And that's what happens with it. It just automatically puts it on, and it works well. But man, they did a really good job on these trailers, I have to admit. Farm Sim main website, start and end. So I don't know where this guy's going to go. I think he stops there and continues on. So we'll just I can't really. I could set this guy in his way, but it's not really a point. Oh, I could use this though. Let's grab this guy right here. He's just chilling out here. Let's turn around. I totally forgot. I keep forgetting that this trailer doesn't just work with the apples. It works with like a whole bunch of stuff. I believe you can actually get it to work with, not get it to work, it does work with manure as well. Works with quite a few things actually. Oh, you know what's going to happen? He's totally going to drive around here. Watch this. This is going to be kind of funny to watch. He's going to drive around here. He's going to unload in the tipping point right there. And he's going to fill up on the tipping point. Watch. Oh, look, there's a tipping point right there. I should probably unload what I just have in my trailer right here. Oh, there it goes. That's silly. Anyways, I knew it was going to do that too. Alright, so let's go unload that combine, who's just chilling out there at the moment as well. You gotta admit, Rosenhaller, the guy who made this trailer, did a really cool job. Like, he did a really nice job on like the text, not the textures, but I'm not even sure what it would be. It kind of... It's a waiting point? Why is that a waiting point? Oh, that's why. Whoops. I see what happened there. Apparently I had two... There we go. Let's just set that up properly. Set up to the nearest. There we go. It's going to turn around. Turn again. Is he going to be able to make that turn? No. You're going to get stuck, sir, aren't you? The worst kind of stuck, too. Yeah, this is like the worst kind of stuck. Only because it's like... Oh, there we go. It's the worst kind of stuck only because it's just the way it's set up. There we go. Nearest. Whew. That was kind of difficult there for a second there. Alright, let's go back and unload this comment like the original intention was. But yeah, he did, Rosenthal did a pretty good job in the, I'm not sure if you call it texture, but whatever you would call, actually I know what it's called, it'd be the fill plane would be the proper word for it. He did a really good job on the fill plane on this particular trailer, so, because it looks pretty darn nifty if you ask me. And I really like it. And thank you, Farmer Beavis, for pointing it out to me once again. Not only is he my BGA consultant, he's also one of my mod consultants as well. You should watch his videos. He does some pretty cool stuff. Alright, look at that. How cool is that? Like, that has got to be one of the cooler fill planes. Like, it's kind of like, basically what they did is like, it's like the same as the, maybe the similar as the pigs and beef planes, but they just did it like that, which is kind of nifty. Sweet, now I can get back on its way. I don't know where you are, so I'm going to say drive to the current point, which should be not right there. Oh, come on. Where the heck is that last point you're driving at? Must be here. I have to go, is that where it stopped? I don't know. I thought current point would, I thought the current point would actually just go to where it last stopped, but I guess it doesn't, so that's unfortunate. For some reason in my mind that's what it did, but the current point doesn't work that way apparently. Or maybe it does, but in this case I really don't want it to no, it's going to continue on its way. Should do. I guess what happens, it was actually going to turn the reel on and actually come down here and just drive down here, which would have been terrible, because then I would have had like a big strip right down the middle, which would look really bad. But anyways, folks, I think we'll stop it there for the time being. I'll keep blabbing on about a whole bunch of stuff. So like I said, let me know what map if there's any maps you guys would like me to play on, preferably British maps or European maps. No American maps, only because we have an American map already. Having said all that, folks, my name's Iain Robson. This has been Farming Simulator 2015 coming at you from... Why are you stuck? Coming at you from Agrofrost. I'll catch you guys later.